so nicely.
Yeah.
Moving on to the VMAs, NSTC was nominated for
BETs, not VMAs, but VMAs.
BETs, sorry.
But I mean, it's the same company, Viacom.
Yeah, it is Viacom.
Was nominated again. Imagine, they're nominating an American wannabe for Best International Flow. But his flow sounds so American. His flow sounds so American. BET, guys, and I know it's a South African team that put him on the short list and said, oh no, let's put him on. Let's make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, have I? Yeah, I have.
You have.
Yeah.
There's not a day where you've not worn your glasses. There's so much that we've been doing.
Who, you?
Yes.
Okay, how does it feel? How's the new schedule? Every 2 weeks, it's much better, isn't it?
I don't know. I tend to miss you too much. Not in that way. Like, when am I seeing you? When are we going to record?
Yeah, but that's so like you should be preparing. That's
yeah, no, I have. Like, every day I'm always like doing research and I'm just like out here.
You're just reading. You're not a scientist, you're not doing research. Unless you're like Nicki Minaj. Because Nicki Minaj has got a lab at her house. She's out there studying the coronavirus and how it affects your balls.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought that was a joke.
Number one, Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend talks too much because how does Nicki Minaj know what her cousin's friend's balls are going through?
Exactly.
Like,
that's a good read.
You understand? That's like a private thing. Like, even if you told your girlfriend that she's not supposed to tell the whole town, and then like if your girlfriend is cousins with Nicki Minaj, then Nicki Minaj ends up telling the whole entire world. You got the Prime Minister of the UK, Boris, Johnson, commenting on it. He doesn't know who Nicki Minaj is. He knows another Nicki. Stephen Colbert, CNN, everybody, the whole entire world, Fox News, Candace Owens calls in to support Nicki Minaj and her stupidity. And all I'm thinking about is like, don't none of you South African artists do any of that stupid nonsense and start spreading some vaccine scaremongering rumors and tell people, oh no, it's about choice and all those things. Like, let's be honest. Our country is suffering. The crime rate is going up. Unemployment is going up. There's a lot of people that are out of jobs. The tourism sector, which is supposed to bring in our foreign exchange, is hampered by the fact that, we are still on the red list. The reason why we're still on the red list and we can't travel to many countries and everything else, and we're missing out on so many opportunities to actually try and alleviate the poverty that, has been created by this pandemic, is because we haven't reached a sufficient rate of vaccination. Like, it's a numbers game. Like, I don't even want to explain it to people in the terms of like, okay, it's about who is for the vaccine, who is against the vaccine. It doesn't matter anymore. Let's kill the politics. It's not about who's for and vaccine. Anyone who can take the vaccine, please take the vaccine as soon as possible. Let's get our economy back. That's all it's about. It's not about stopping you from catching coronavirus, because you will catch coronavirus whether you're vaccinated or not. You know what I mean? It's going to mutate. There's going to be a point in time where even if you're vaccinated, you catch it. But the thing is that if you catch it, the vaccine is stopping you from dying. It's supposed to make it like just any other ordinary flu. You understand what I'm saying? So
I see you went to F&B Stadium for.
Yeah, well, okay, yes. So now everybody's like, oh, Nota, you promoting the vaccine because you got a bag. I didn't get any bag. I was not even invited to that F&B Stadium thing. You understand? I just wanted to see if I can walk into any place I want to just with my face. If my face is enough to get me in, and it was. It was. I just walked in. I was like, okay, something is happening. There's going to be the deputy president there. I am the authority. I should be able to just walk in. And I did.
And what were they?
So I was walking and observing because I was the one. I wanted to see firsthand if the government is doing anything about encouraging people to vaccinate. And I see what they're doing. But, honestly, they're just missing the point. They don't know what things to get at. The whole entire point is that, number one, Mandy got vaccinated. Because otherwise we wouldn't be recording today if she wasn't vaccinated.
He threatened me.
Yes.
He threatened me.
Okay, so
What do they mean by the return of F&B stadium?
it means people can go back to the game. You know, the teams can play. Monkeys is suffering right now because she can't sell tickets for people to see Royal AM play. You know what I mean? She just bought Bloemfontein Celtics PSL, right?
Yeah.
And there's no one that can watch her team play. And people would be filling the stadiums. They'd be making so much money. She'd be making her money back. You know what I mean? But she can't. A whole lot of things can't happen. But, you know, I don't even want to talk about the sports stars because I think the sports stars are very sports. They've been able to continue with their lives.
Yeah.
The musicians are the ones who've suffered. And the ones who suffer the most are the musicians, you know, who do the most. Like the ones who play with their live bands, the ones who play at festivals and everything else. And 500 people is simply not enough. You have to sell tickets for a very high price. Imagine, you'd have to sell tickets for like $500 a pop if you want to have like Zahara perform at a festival. If it's just 500 people, you know what I mean? We need to allow bigger gatherings, and the only way to get to that, right? The only way to get to that is to vaccinate. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, you know, I don't want to vaccinate. At the end of the day, if this vaccine, right? This vaccine is not killing many people. In fact, I don't know anybody who's been killed by the vaccine. Nobody has been able to prove to me. Nobody. Everybody who's told me that the vaccine is dangerous, no one has ever been able to prove to me that someone died because of the vaccine. No one, not one shred of evidence. So I'm going to cast that aside. And I've asked anyone who's watching this, who's got a sensible mind, to also cast that aside for a moment and think about, what about the poverty? What about the inequality? What about the fact that you are more likely to be a victim of violent crime now? Because it's very easy for a criminal to get a gun and everything else, you know, they're not doing anything, there's less jobs, the system is against people, we've already had looting, so we already see that people don't care about the law, there's lawlessness. You understand? And we could go back to like a stage of looting and everything else and not see a big difference, you know, in the response from the police, because number one, they're outnumbered, they're under-resourced, and also they too believe that the system is unfair against people. You know, like people are really suffering. People don't have work. There was like a queue of people when Buns Out advertised a couple of weeks ago. They advertised, hey, we're looking for work. There was such a big queue of people outside looking for jobs. That is a problem. You should be really scared when you see a crowd of people that can gather around a restaurant like that looking for jobs. That means there's so many people that are out of work. There are so many people that are being pushed into more and more desperate situations, and those desperate situations will end up affecting your safety. I know you think that this decision is about your own personal well-being, right? Our public safety is about all of us. At the end of the day, you cannot walk in the streets and be safe carrying a 30,000 Rand iPhone. It's a 30,000 Rand iPhone. You know, people are walking, you can't walk in the streets like that. You need like security, or you need to be in a car, or you need to ensure that you're in a safe place. You know, someone was complaining that their phone got picked out of their bag at Denton Square.
Really?
Yeah.
That's never happened.
Yeah. Out of her handbag.
Was she at Pick and Pay?
I don't know where she was. I think she was sitting at Woolies. Or I don't know where she was sitting. Or maybe she was sitting at the food court. But yo, her phone got picked out of her bag. Zoe Soas was talking about that. You know, there's someone who also got jacked now in Sunninghill.
Also, did you hear about those two prisoners from Leeuwop that escaped and then they took a baby?
You understand what I'm saying? The level of desperation, okay, a prison escapes is a different situation, but yeah, that's also like a scary thing. But I'm just saying, imagine if Denton Square is not safe. Like anyone who goes to Denton Square, just know that you need to watch for your phones now. You can't just put your bag down anywhere. The north is not safe. Nowhere is safe. It's like being in town. You know what I mean? And the security walls are not going to save you. They're breaking into the complexes. They're breaking into these places. They're paying the security guards off to break in and steal your stuff. People are getting jacked. You understand what I'm saying? People are getting jacked. People are losing their belongings because there's utter desperation. People don't feel like there's a legitimate way for them to get what they need to survive without having to steal from people because of the example that has been set by the leadership in this country. And right now, we don't need anyone who's in a position of power or a position of influence to be scaring people away from vaccinating. If you don't want to vaccinate, don't vaccinate, right? If you really don't want to, if you cannot be forced to vaccinate, but keep that to yourself. Because at the end of the day, people like you discouraging other people from vaccinating is making us victims of far worse things than the COVID-19 virus, you know? America has already celebrated, celebrated the fact that they've passed maybe 60% vaccination rate, but they've also at the same time lost 663,000 people, which is 1 in 500 Americans have died because of COVID-19. And they've already got a high vaccination rate. Things are opening up, they're getting back to normal, right? And the people that are dying are the people that are unvaccinated. But at least it's not stopping them from having their economy. It's not stopping the events. The Met Gala went ahead. The VMAs went ahead. The rest of the world is going on with everything that they're doing, and people are trying to scare people away from vaccinating. And the people that are going to benefit the most, especially from people vaccinating, are the artists, the performing artists, the people that need crowds together. Your streams are not going to pay your bills, not going to keep the lights on. It's not at that level yet. That's the level we're trying to get to. You understand? That's the level we're trying to get to, but we're not at that level yet. You need people, you need crowds, you need events and all that type of things. It's a whole entire ecosystem that keeps you surviving as a business entity. And I know I'm going on at random and this wasn't part of the subject that we're talking about, but it's really important that people vaccinate. It's really important that we get those vaccination numbers up. And once we get those vaccination numbers up, I'm calling on all the promoters, all the club owners, all the hosts that host at events and everything else. From December 16 onwards, the economy needs to be fully opened. The events, full capacity, 100% capacity, we need to get to 100% capacity. So let's encourage as many people to vaccinate as possible so that we can get to at least 60% vaccinated. The government has already given us a number. They said once we get to 38 million people vaccinated, adults vaccinated, we can call herd immunity, right? Cool. So let's get to that as quickly as possible.
I mean, we're even back at level 2 now.
We're at level 2 now, so there's more freedom, there's more reason for you guys to go out there and vaccinate. There's more, it's encouraging. It's getting better and better. The summer is coming, guys. We can save the summer. We just need to vaccination. Let's vaccination. Let's stop scaring people from vaccinating. The club owners and promoters, as soon as we get to that 38 million, you guys need to open up your venues, with or without the government's approval. Once we get to that number of 38 million, we need to encourage people. Let's get to that 38 million, then we open. Because we cannot wait for the government anymore. The government has not given us the relief that we need. The government has not given us the support that we need. Our businesses have been suffering. And people are getting depressed. People are dying of substance abuse, and people are becoming victims of criminality because unemployment is just spiraling out of control, and there's no real positive interventions that are coming into play that actually give people hope and options. So the only thing that we can do right now is vaccinate and ensure that COVID doesn't kill us. That's the only thing that we can guarantee, that it won't kill us. Now that we're vaccinated, COVID won't kill us. So that eliminates one of the things that can kill us. There's so many other things that can kill us. And some of the things that can kill us are because we are not vaccinating, but they've got nothing to do with COVID. They've got everything to do with the fact that our economy is not going to grow at 50% capacity. Our economy is not going to grow at 25% capacity. Our economy is not going to grow unless we can get foreign currency in our economy, thanks to things like tourism. And the balance of accounts, or the trade deficits right now is in our favor. We're actually running a trade surplus, but that's because we're not importing things. And it means that we're not importing the latest technology, which means our economy is not going to be developing at the rates that other economies are developing, right? So it might look like, that might make our currency look stronger and everything else, but we're losing out on our international competitiveness at this rate. And the fact that we are locked up, our economy is locked up, makes us more susceptible to a whole lot of other things, So we need to open up the economy, and that's why we're getting vaccinated. We're not getting vaccinated because it's going to stop us from getting COVID. No, that's not why we're getting vaccinated. Getting vaccinated so that we can stop people from dying from COVID, so that we can open up the economy. That's it.
Yes.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
Vaccinations.
Yes.
Side note, I was actually driving down to Deep Street the other day, and the new mall that they built on the right. I don't know if you know about it.
Across the built another one.
Across the Deep Street Mall, though, not the where there's a shop, right? But there was another one that they built.
Okay.
And I just noticed that those shops are empty. because they were looting. Like, it's so empty, Nota.
And people don't have jobs,
so
you know, and those empty shops are jobs.
Exactly.
Those are jobs.
But my
those are people that can work. Those are people that can support their families. Those are people that can feed their children. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kids are going to school knowing that when they come home, there's no supper. They need to eat at school. They need to eat whatever the government is providing. That's the desperation of the situation, you know? So parents cannot provide. They don't have jobs. Not all parents can provide. And people are getting deeper and deeper into poverty. But, you know, it starts getting real when you start seeing the effects of it.
Yeah, that was very, very
And South Africa is a very violent country. So when people are deprived, they tend to violence and violent crime more quicker than in other countries. So you might see our economy and think that, you know, maybe we're not as bad as Zimbabwe, we're not as bad as Zambia, we're not as bad as whatever. But our people respond differently to inequality and injustice. They respond with violence because that's been our culture. That's how we get what we want in this country. We burn tires, we burn buildings. That's our culture. And we steal from people. We take from people. We kill people. We rape women. We know this. You know, this is in the crime stats all the time. And people that are not getting vaccinated are contributing to this in some way because they're perpetuating the inequities of the system that we are subjugated to in this country. You know what I mean? So,
I want to ask you, how is DJ Theo involved with government affairs or the soccer industry? Like, wow.
No, he's an artist. He's got a record label, and he tweeted. He tweeted, and people told him like, "Yo, stop trying to get people to vaccinate." He's tweeted like, "You can't come to Fact Durban Rocks if you're not vaccinated." And I think so. I think the only way Tira can actually have Fact Durban Rocks this year is if he says no vaccine, no entry. That's the only way. Because if everyone's vaccinated, then they can be at 100% capacity. They can have 10,000 people there at People's Park. You know what I mean? I mean, it would be our first gathering. We could actually even do it at Moses Mabhida Stadium and fill up that stadium with people who are vaccinated. You know, and I'm sure there's enough people vaccinated in Durban that can go to that concert. So, man, I just think that, you know, we need to have our economy back at full tilt. And then from there, we can try and see how we can fix the other things that were broken before this virus came about.
Yeah, restaurants close at 10 p.m. Sales of alcohol from Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Everybody should be happy about that.
I mean, it's not like sales of alcohol dropped because of the restrictions. People just bought more in the time that they had.
And I heard that they wanna sell alcohol during the weekend.
Well, there are people lobbying for that. They're saying
they are lobbying for that.
But I mean, like, if it hasn't affected their sales so far, what's been happening, then I mean, there's no need for any of that. There's no need for any of that. So I mean,
let's talk music. I'm a face in the UK. Gamumpela killed it. Casper Nyovest killed it.
And I'm so jealous.
I wish I was there.
I don't wish I was there. I wish it was here.
But apparently, it's coming to Africa.
How the fuck are some people in the UK, excuse my French,
yes.
How the hell are some guys in the UK going to do an Amapiano festival? It's not South Africans that are doing this Amapiano festivals, they own it, guys. It's intellectual property, this event, you know, they're owning it, they're owning the intellectual property, and they're taking something that was created in South Africa, that was built up in South Africa, that South African artists had to suffer for, had to sacrifice for, had to invest their money, and now they're taking it into a market we can't even get into. So artists can't even get into the UK. It's very difficult. The artists that managed to get there did so, you know, by having to fork out a whole lot of money. They had to pay for quarantines and everything else because South Africa's on the red list. You understand? So very few artists were able to take advantage of this summer of Amapiano in the UK, you know, and because of that, other people are going to benefit, you know, from the culture, and it's not going to be able to filter down once Amapiano blows up internationally and it becomes a more international pop sound without South Africans being involved. It's going to be very difficult for us to catch up. And so, like, I've got mixed feelings. I'm jealous, I'm envious, I'm angry
Obsessed.
that people are not vaccinated and we can't have festivals like Amafest in South Africa. Like, I mean, how's the first Amapiano festival happening in the UK? Like the first ever Amapiano festival is happening in the UK, guys. Can you believe that? And it's simply because we're not at the rate of vaccination. And the next one is happening in Ghana.
Yeah.
Not even in South Africa. Like, that's to add, like, I'm disgusted now. How is it happening in Ghana?
Africa,
like, how are they not even reaching out to organize? Like, exactly. Before you even take this thing, okay, UK, that's Europe. Okay, maybe it's separated from Europe now, but bring it back home. Bring it back home to its people. Number one, before these guys are culture vultures. This is what culture vulturing is, guys. They'll see something popping off in South Africa, and then you'll find Europeans and everything profiting off of it. It's just like TikTok. All the dances, all the new moves, all the things are done by black creators. But if you look at the black creators' numbers and their earnings compared to the white creators who just copy what they see the black creators doing, the difference is huge. It's humongous.
Yeah, it's like this other girl said that. Side note: black people who are YouTubers are not eating as much as the white people who are YouTubers.
And they're not. And the white people who are YouTubers, like, look at a guy.
They don't even have the content.
Look at Garrett Cliff Central.
Yeah.
Cliff Central is not doing like crazy numbers, but there are black content like podcasters and whatever who are doing the same thing, doing better numbers, and don't get the same level of advertising. It's the same thing. So now you're taking Amapiano, you're giving it to the colonizers. The colonizer is going to take it and colonize. They are colonizing Amapiano right now. That's what Amafest is. It's a colonization of Amapiano. And then it's going to be sold back to us.
I just feel like people are
and we
just
have to
happy
pay
to
a
be
premium.
in the UK, performing there.
No, I'm happy for the artists that are there.
Yes.
No, I'm like, for them, dope, and thank you for them. Because if it wasn't for them, this still would have happened, this Amafest, and there would be no South African acts on that.
Exactly.
It would be even worse. So thank you for them being there and ensuring that, hey, if people want Amapiano, they are able to get it from the South Africans that originated it. And that's, sacrifice for it. But I'm just like, no, someone needs to fix this. Like, Maporisa, like, come on, Pori, come on. You're the Lord. You can't be allowing this Amafest thing to happen. Or at least tell us that South Africa is involved somehow. And South Africans are involved somehow. You know what I mean? Even if it's happening in Ghana, let it also come back home. The Amafest needs to have a homecoming, and South Africans need to have equity. We need to have at least 30% ownership of that thing. At least.
Why can't we have 100%? Because
no, but the guys who organize the thing, they deserve credit for
No, it's
what
fine, but I don't think we should get 30%. That's bullshit. We should get more.
Okay, even more.
Really.
Yeah, so anyway, what do you think of Gamumpela? But actually, let's not even talk about Gamumpela's Amafest performance, because we didn't actually see her performance.
I just saw snippets. I wanted to see more.
Yeah, we saw a prepared video.
Yeah.
But we saw, what about Focalistic? Did you see him? He
also saw
he performed on the main stage at the Yams Carnival with Davido and closed the show.
Yeah, I saw that. Also, Devon was out there.
I told you guys about Focalistic.
Is it Jazzy Q or Jazzy Q?
It's Jazzy.
Oh.
So I told you guys about Focalistic. I told you guys about Focalistic. I told you that Focalistic is going to be humongous. I told you that this guy is going to take Motswako to the next level. And shout out, because on WHP's birthday, Focalistic actually remixed WHP's song Ngaufa. You know what I mean? And they released the remix for that to commemorate WHP's 41st birthday.
Oh, he would have been 41.
Yeah, he would have
so
been 41.
Young.
You know what I mean? So, but, Focalistic is going to be able to, make sure that the legacy that WHP had built with Motswako is going international. Like, he's taking it international, he's shutting it down. And yeah, that was really nice to see. He also had a big sold out show, Birmingham sold out show in Manchester, sold out show in Dublin, Ireland. You know what I mean? So he was also performing in Dubai before then. He was in Tanzania, Kenya, Nigeria earlier, or was it Ghana? No, it was in Ghana. Was
I
it
think he was
Ghana?
going to Lagos though.
Yeah. He was in Lagos when he was there with David. Also, like, I mean, he's really spread his wings and he's back home now.
Yeah, it would have been so great for Wampura, Kilaka, and them to, you know, be part of it, but life happens.
You know, that's the thing, and I think then let their deaths not be in vain. Let their deaths show that this is what is at stake. You know, that their unfulfilled potential, because everyone's like, oh, you know, it would have been nice if Mpura would have gotten to see Amapiano blow up. But at the end of the day, it could still not make it to where you think it's going, because it could be colonized, it could be taken from us. So, you know, that's...
You understand what
I'm saying? That's all it is. That's all it is. And we're watching it, and we're watching it happen with
I mean, we're
Amapiano right
speaking
now.
English because of them.
Yeah. You know,
Casper as well was
Jazik
also out
partying
there.
with the English. Casper, no, I'm glad he was out there, you know.
But I'm upset with Casper. He has
No.
Besides the I'm a face, he did amazing. I'm just talking about other things now. Casper has a problem
Okay,
with
but
not
we'll get
paying people.
Oh, but you're the one who was defending him.
Yes,
But
I was.
Before we get there, hold on. Before we get there, we haven't even gone through music. So
but
we're talking
he's
about
part of
Amafest.
it.
We're talking about
Sure.
Amafest. We'll get to Casper when we're talking about Casper.
Okay, with Drake.
We're not done with Amafest, but yeah, no, we saw Drake landed in London. I don't know if he was looking for Kamompela.
Apparently,
Him and Future.
they discussed like, hey, I would
Like, I'm also angry at Cass for saying that. Like,
I'm just like, where
why
did you
you
get that information from?
But either way, why are you saying that on a public platform to make Kamompela look like she's just a jumbo?
Yeah, like she's a proper talent. Like she's so talented.
Why would you make Gamo look like a jump off?
No, they're making her look like a snack.
No,
he is making her look like a snack.
Like, you know, you can't say you got respect for women and then, like, you're saying things like that. I mean, like, you could have said it in any other way. In any other way.
You could have just said
it doesn't matter, but attractive, or they think she's hot, you know what I mean? Or they think, you know what I mean?
They think she's a talented South African young woman. I feel like
either way, you know.
Do you think that's gonna go to her head though?
This whole entire Drake thing.
Yeah.
No, man. She's just trolling. You know, she's just trolling. And we'll get back to Kamompela later. You know, but shout out to all of those guys. Jazik, you know, released an album at the beginning of the year called Party with the English, and then he's finally now doing events called Party with the English in England.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So he saw where it was going. So, you know, like, Jazik is a visionary, guys.
Yeah.
I think people sleep on that dude.
It's because of the way he looks and he acts.
No, I think it's because he's not a beat maker. I think it's because he's a producer, and people sleep on producers. You know what I mean? They think that the beat makers are the people who actually make things happen. But guys like Jazik, you know, they make things happen. You know, and he's like, I think he's a better DJ than a lot of Amapiano producers who DJ, you know, as well. So, like, he knows how to put together a set that can rock a party. You know what I mean? Him and DJ Stork, like DJ Stork.
I've never heard of DJ Storky.
You don't know Storky? Superman.
No.
Hero.
Okay, I know the song. Hero.
Superman.
You know, I don't know these DJs. Like I know their names, but
Hero. Superman.
I don't know the song though.
You know what I mean? So, like, people were saying, yo, why is Madumane, DJ Maporis are not out there? Yo, Madumane is a new artist. He's still building himself up. He's not yet at Kamompela, Casper Invest level. Jazik, he's still a developing artist, you know? So let Madumane build himself up, you know? We cannot think that all the accolades that Maporisa has now must go to Madumane. No, he's still starting. He's starting a new thing.
And everybody's gotta start.
And he's coming out as not just a producer, as a performing artist.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Now it's a completely different ballgame, and he needs to get better at it. So I'm happy that he's in the gym. I'm happy that he's in the gym. He's training. He's making sure that when he does get onto that big stage, you know, he's at focalistic level.
Yeah.
You know. So focus.
His mind is ready.
Yeah. So yeah, you wanted to talk about Drake.
Drake, certified lover boy.
Yeah. I'm sure you've been listening to it on repeat. people have been comparing Drake to Kanye's album, like, and I'm like, there's no way you can compare. Like this, like I was watching Rory and Roll's podcast. Yeah. Because I watch both. I support both the Joe Budden podcast. Like, I think 2 podcasts are better than one. I think like after they broke up, you know, now we've got 2 different podcasts. We're still getting their perspectives and everything else in different ways, and they're still growing. You know, the bag is going to get bigger, and they. So you know, 2 shows is better than one.
Yeah.
So, watching Rory and Mal, I got to check out Rory's review of Certified Lover Boy, and his review for me is the best review out of all of the reviews that I've seen.
What was his review?
He said it sounds like a wannabe Drake album. It sounds like someone was trying to make a Drake album, and then they said, you know, like how to paint by numbers.
Yes.
Like how to, that was it.
Guys, okay, what do you want from Drake?
We want growth. We want him to
you feel like he hasn't grown?
We feel like he's been stagnant. You know, he does what's working. He doesn't try different things. Like guys, like give credit to guys like J. Cole, because J. Cole dropped Forest Hills Drive, right? Which is his classic album, like his. You know what I mean? Born Sinner was also a good album, but not really a classic like Forest Hills Drive was, like his first. Sideline Stories, you know, like, okay, that was cool. Then he hit us with some Your Eyes Only or whatever, something.
Guys, I feel
that was like J. Cole, when we're like, what is he doing? You know what I mean? He was telling a different story. He took a risk there, and like, you know, only his core fans went with him, you know, and I didn't like that album. I feel like it was like To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick, which I didn't like, even though it won all those Grammys, just because they robbed him when Good Kid, Mad City was nominated, and they gave it to Macklemore.
And they were supposed to give it to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. But
Macklemore was also dope, right?
Nah. Like, that was like, again, it's white people colonizing. You know, they colonized hip hop and they thought that he was doper. As a best hip hop album, there's no way. He could have won another award. You know, there were many Grammys out there that year that Macklemore could have won, but not the one.
So they owed him.
So they owed Kendrick. They gave him too many for To Pimp a Butterfly, which for me is like a For Your Eyes, whatever. He did Kids on Drugs, KOD, which also was not like a commercial success. That was very risky of J. Cole. So he's taken risks before he came out with this album. And all I'm saying is that respect to J. Cole, he dropped first. I'm not even going to talk about Kanye in this conversation. Like Kendrick, is trying to put himself in the conversation, but at the end of the day, J. Cole dropped first. And J. Cole, for me, this album has got much more replay. I listened to J. Cole's album for at least a month.
Which one?
I listened to Certified Lover Boy for 2 days. I haven't gone back. When I want to listen to Drake again, I'd rather listen to the old Drake.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Thank Me Later. All those.
Even everything. Every Take Care. You know what I mean?
Who's Nadia?
Even Views. Like, what is the hit song from this new album?
Too Sexy. The one.
It's not a hit. It's not a hit. Yes, it's number 1 on Billboard, but it's not a hit, man. It's like, that's not a hit song, dog. That's not a worst.
That is my song.
You know what I mean?
Just when you say works. Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's all you need to do. So even what's this thing? Like everything on the album is like whatever, man. Even dark demo tapes, whatever the mixtape he dropped last year is better than this album. Scorpion is much better than this album, and everybody's like, Scorpion was a bigger album, it was a double album and everything else, right? Scorpion got 3 million more streams in the first week than this album, and that tells you everything.
How many streams did it get? Because this one got 150.
No.
On the first day.
Yeah, first day, but in the first week, it got 744 million. Whereas
in 1 day.
In 1 week. Whereas 744 million in 1 week, whereas Scorpion got 748 million in 1 week. So there's a 3 million difference. And people are like, yeah, it's a 3 minutes, it's not a big deal. It's a huge difference. Let me tell you why. Because there are more people that are on Spotify and on Apple Music and streaming and everything else. All of those things have grown since 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021.
Life is moving fast.
You understand? In the 4 years, he's declined by 3 million streams.
Don't be hard on him.
I'm not being hard. I'm saying this is Drake we're talking about. He's the number one artist, the biggest. And what I'm going to say is going to shock you guys. But I think NBA Youngboy is going to do more streams in the first week, right?
I don't think so.
Than Drake did.
I don't think so.
And if he doesn't do more streams in the first week than Drake did, he'll do more streams in his first month than Drake will with this album.
I don't think so. We'll see about
It's
that.
either one of the two.
I don't think so.
One of the two. All I'm saying is that one of the two. All I'm saying is that NBA Youngboy streams are going to be crazy. Like, you don't even ask me why, man.
I don't agree with you. I don't think so.
Why?
Because Drake is Drake. No matter what he does, no matter what.
Yes, I know the numbers are.
The numbers.
And NBA is doing big numbers as well.
And that's okay. Just like
he's not doing Drake numbers, but he's in jail.
And that's fine.
No, you go and understand what happened to Lil Wayne when he came out of jail.
Ooh, it went down. It went down.
He was able to give us.
off.
He was able to give us Drake.
And Nicki Minaj.
You understand what I'm saying? So now what happens when NBA gets out of jail? He's got a new label. He's just signed a deal from behind bars. He's signed up a whole lot of artists. It's going to be crazy. And also, if you think about NBA NBA Youngboy, right? Even though he's like Future, he's got baby mamas everywhere and all that stuff. That's the life that these white kids in America, and let's not forget that white kids are the people that buy hip hop, right? Because they've got much more numbers. There's 200 and something million of them, right? Compared to 30 something million black folk. So 38 million black folk in the United States. So now NBA Youngboy is going to appeal to these white kids who like to hear about killing, murder, guns, all that type of stuff. Going to jail, he's gone to jail, he's got the street cred, he's got everything that Drake does not have. And what has happened in hip hop is that when Kanye came in, he softened hip hop a bit, he made it more musical so that we could have artists like Drake, right? But I feel like hip hop has done a complete 360. It did a complete 360. It's right back to gangster rap again. We're back to Pooh Shiesty, Back in Blood. That's like one of the most streamed songs in the US.
Back in Blood.
Back in Blood, yeah, get it back in blood, yeah. You understand? So, if you got Pooh Shiesty, your who's this guy who just released? Polo G got arrested on gun charges again, gun possession. Yeah. But all of these guys are getting arrested, guns and all this stuff. Drake is not living that life. Drake is soft, super soft. He's embassy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's soft. And the audience, the young audience, right? Which is larger than the older audience, us,
they
that
like
listen to Drake. They want this. That's the thing, because it's like, for them, it's like movies. It's like when we used to watch mafia movies. That's what it's about. Because the mafia was a mystery. No one knew about the mafia before the 70s. It was all underground. You understand? Nobody knew about it. But after the 70s, then they started hearing about the mafia and everything else. Then it started becoming news. Then you started hearing about all the killings and everything else, and but in the 90s, that's when you started getting the mafia movies. Like, that was the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The gangster movies. That was the 90s thing. And right now, this is like that for them, for this generation. For this is the risky stuff. And hip hop is always on the edge. So on the edge is the stuff.
So the more you're on the edge, the better.
Better for your numbers.
I don't think that's a good look, though. Like, these kids are taking
but
up
the record
so
companies
much.
don't care, because at the end of the
so.
day, the white kids who consume this stuff don't have to live in the same communities where the killings are happening. They don't have to see their communities being ravaged by the drug abuse that's happening.
But the black kids do.
The black kids suffer from it, and some of them make money from it. A minority of them make money from it, and therefore they continue doing it because they can sell that to white kids and then continue perpetuating that cycle.
But
So there's money coming in for that stuff.
But for
So
me,
how do you
it's
stop
so
it?
sad because, okay, fine, you're rapping about it and all these things, and these kids are actually taking it and living the reality. Like, it's so sad. You could die. Like,
That's the thing, you know. So like in South Africa, we took the lean from Lil Wayne and them, right?
Yeah.
We took the lean and it was a thing. It became big in South Africa and everything. Now kids are on lean.
yeah.
Imagine
But
if
it's
South
part of the
African kids
culture.
start picking up guns and start gangbanging. All they need is one rapper to say, "Hey, I'm a gangbanger and I shoot niggas." You know, you've already got like 25K. He talks about selling drugs and all that type of stuff.
But
in his
he
music and
did
everything
it.
else.
He lived
But all I'm saying
life. No,
All I'm saying is that that's a glorification of it somehow.
no. But I'm just saying
He's not
telling
talking about the
us a
perils of it.
story.
He's not telling us about how many people died and
Yeah,
how
he
they
can't do
died and
that.
because of that and why that. He's not telling us that yet.
But he's also telling us
It's
that
still
he
making
lived
a
that
move,
life
yes, but
and he's over it. He's growing. I
No,
know.
he's saying that he's just saying that it's cool.
Are you telling me that he's still doing it now?
I'm not saying that he's glorifying that life, and I'm not saying that
No,
it's
I
a bad thing to expose people to what is actually happening on the ground. But you need to show them the full picture. You know, what I
No,
mean?
I
You need to
think-
show them the full spectrum, and then you need to also show them the ways out of it. And it starts like that. Then the next thing you find another kid who also sold weed or also sold drugs or whatever in their hood now start to rap, okay, and now saying, you know, you know, there's Petty Machiavelli, I'm Soweto Machiavelli, or whatever. Or it
But
starts
those are
spreading
people-
like that.
but
That's how
those
it
are
spread in the
people's
States. It started in
stories.
Chicago.
I
That's
know
it.
it
In
did.
the drill, they were killing each other, and now it's all over the States. Everywhere.
I feel like you shouldn't crucify people for wanting to tell their story. You have a story. Everybody has a story. It's just that your upbringing was different
When I-
than most people.
And what I'm saying is this: the music is glorifying this type of story and making it cool. The same way, if we can say, oh, hip hop made Hennessy cool, everyone's drinking Hennessy because of hip hop, then hip hop can make gangsterism cool as well.
Hip hop can make anything cool.
You understand? It's cool to disrespect women because hip hop made that cool.
Yeah, and then when they talk about women, I actually don't like it. But these girls also put themselves in those spaces as well. I feel like some girls like that type of energy.
You accept it. You come to the shows, you buy tickets, you're in the front row, they're calling you bitch.
Oh my gosh, I felt that one.
And you're saying it back. So, I mean, like, you know, if you support it, it'll happen. And that's the thing, is like we're supporting things that we're not really comfortable with, but we're supporting them because they're cool. You know what I mean?
And
And
as
everyone's
South
supporting
Africans,
them.
we're so conservative people.
And now let's bring it back to the murder and the gunslinging and the gangsterism that we're seeing. Imagine if now in the Cape Flats, rappers start blowing up about the killings that they're doing. It starts happening in the Cape Flats.
It's over. If it happens there.
Then it will become popular because people will start buying that and downloading that and streaming that. And there'll be no way to control it. Imagine if there was being streamed in a totally different country, far away. In Europe, people are streaming this music and thinking to themselves, oh, no, in the Cape Flats, they're killing each other.
I mean, that's already happening.
So
In the Cape Flats.
we don't need to make it cool in the music. And that's what I'm saying. But either way, Drake can't compete against that.
Who's Nadia doing?
Hey, same here, man. But RIP to her.
Yeah, RIP to her.
I know a whole lot of South Africans are like, it's like,
I've tried like to do my research, like look her up, like can't find anywhere. Apparently, really close friends.
yeah.
That's crazy. RIP to Mercedes as well.
Yeah, so yeah, RIP to everybody,
RIP
Drake said RIP to, and RIP to everybody, young
Michael
boy,
K. Williams.
young boys.
Oh.
We'll get to him.
Yeah, but we're talking about RIPs. RIP to
Okay, well, you
Michael
know,
K.
Williams
Williams.
again. All right, okay, let's get into him. I mean, how did he die? Again, is this fentanyl overdose?
We don't know that. He's had drug problems in the past, but we don't know
But
what caused
no,
the
I'm not
death.
saying that he was on. I'm talking about the fentanyl. The fentanyl is something that they're adding to the drugs
Yeah.
to make them more addictive.
Yeah.
Right? And it's happening in the States, they're adding it to weed as well.
So
They've
it's
got
like a
shit
lace
weed.
blunt.
So what's happening in America is that in America, right, they've legalized weed, right? But the dispensaries cannot procure weed from outside their state.
Yes.
So therefore they cannot even import weed.
Yeah.
So they can't import weed from South Africa, which is nice, high quality, doesn't have fentanyl and everything else to make it stronger. They are actually making it in their own hoods, and some of them are growing really terrible weed, adding fentanyl right?
To make them more potent.
And to also get people more addicted to it.
Really?
Yes, that's what they're adding. And that's what killed him. And we had so many fentanyl overdoses, right? So this fentanyl is coming in. America has closed its market, and because America has closed its market to international imports, right?
Mm.
They can't get higher quality weed.
So they have to grow it at home.
No, so there's an incentive for those that are growing it at home to add fentanyl to it, right? Because they can sell low quality weed for a higher price and sell it more quantities, and they are locked up from international markets. Unlike a country like Germany, where they've legalized weed now for medicinal use, right? And they're importing it from everywhere in the world. So in Germany, you can get the highest quality weed from anywhere in the world. It's all available, and you don't need to buy some cheap ass fentanyl laced stuff. You know what I mean? And I think that makes it safer. So the American government really needs to do something, because, you know, we're losing people because of this fentanyl thing, right? And Michael K. Williams is just one of them. DMX is another. There's like a party where 3 people had cocaine laced with fentanyl in the States, you know, and died. You know, and some other people are in hospital. Whatever the case may be, you know, at the end of the day, the government in America is killing people by not opening up their markets. South African growers grow some of the best quality marijuana in the world. We are supplying Europe with the best quality marijuana.
Yeah, and also our climate is amazing.
For growing that, you know what I mean? We've got the garden.
Agriculture is doing
a route where, you know, from Western Cape to the whole Southern Cape, you can grow like some really good stuff. You know what I mean? So why don't they open up their markets? South Africa can help you guys. You know what I mean? So anyone who's watching this from the USA, tell whoever's your senator in your state, tell whoever that, listen, you guys need to change the laws in America and allow for the importation of weed from other countries, so you can get higher quality weed and you don't have to have fentanyl killing everybody. Imagine if fentanyl is killing people who are smoking weed, and weed has been legalized. I'm not even talking about the illegal drugs, right, which are controlled and banned by there's policing on them. I'm talking about the legal ones that you can buy. Weed is legal in the States now, in many states. In the state of California, in the state of New Jersey, in the state of New York, right now. You know what I mean? Those are some of the, like the state of New York and the state of California, some of the biggest economies in the world.
I just feel like
top 5, both of them, top 5 economies in the world, and now people are going to be dying by taking a legal substance. Imagine if cigarettes were laced.
America is the devil's playground. That's all I'm saying to that.
That's crazy. So this fentanyl thing is a real
scary
problem. It's a real scary thing, and I hope it never comes down here. You know.
Yeah, guys, COVID is already killing us. Come on, man. Stop.
No, but apparently the fentanyl is coming in from China.
What is up with China?
Well, I mean, they're at war with America and American imperialism. So, you know, whatever they can do to get one. I mean, Americans are ill-disciplined, addicted to drugs. There's the opioid crisis. Afghanistan launched a war on America by supplying them with opium.
Wow, Afghanistan's
was the biggest
America.
opium exporter in the world. They were fighting a war inside America. They infiltrated. They brought down the Twin Towers, and were commemorating that. You know,
did they really kill Osama bin Laden?
Yeah.
So that was a real thing.
Yes, but Osama bin Laden and all those guys, they were funded by the opium sales.
Yes.
They were growing opium in the rural areas of Afghanistan and selling it. And now America's got what? An opioid crisis. So while America was sending drones and bombs to Afghanistan, Afghanistan was sending opium to America. You know what I mean? Basically killing them with heroin. And that's it. And now China's supposedly, or Asia's doing the same thing with fentanyl. You know what I mean?
And I was thinking.
So they can import fentanyl, they can get it on the black market, but they cannot import weed. You understand what I'm saying? So they're growing it internally. Imagine they used to import weed from all over in you know what I mean? From South America and everything else. They used to import, so they used to have high quality weed. Now they're stuck with the low quality weed.
Hi. No thanks.
And
so that's what killed K. Williams, Michael K. Williams.
Yeah, fentanyl.
He was so young, hey?
Well, it's a suspected drug overdose due to fentanyl.
Yeah, we don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah. So anyway, like, you know, I think we're done with the RIPs. Or was anyone else who passed away?
No.
R.I.P. to him. I still haven't watched The Wire, but I've been told like it's one of
I've
the best.
watched The Wire.
Yeah, tell me about it. How was it?
Well, I watched it as a young kid. From what I
You were watching it as a kid?
The
I thought it
Wire.
was for adults.
But I mean, come on.
Okay.
I wasn't like 14 or 12.
Okay, so what was Michael K. Williams' character in The Wire?
Yeah, when I get mine, I can't remember the character, but all I know is that he was the bad. Like, since he has that scar, he was always a stereotyped actor.
Bad guy.
Yeah, he's always the bad guy.
Yeah.
So-
apparently he was a softie in real life.
Apparently, I've never met him. I don't know him.
So I'm gonna watch The Wire. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna check out some of his work. Yeah. So you got something bad to say about Casper.
I don't have any. No.
Let me finish.
Uzongicabanisa noCasper mina.
All I'm saying is that everybody is coming on the Nota. All of a sudden, you're all on Casper's dick. Oh no, you're saying A, B, C, D. Oh no, you're now a Casper dick rat and everything else. Yo,
No, you're
I've
not a
never been a
dick
Casper
You're in and
hater.
out. You were giving dabs with you were congratulating giving dabs words to you, but you will also speak.
Call out the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. So
He does a lot of bullshit in
you're
that
very
all
you're
the
very
time. I'm a
fair when
balanced
it comes to
person.
Casper.
Everybody, even AKA.
Oh,
Even AKA.
yeah. Anyway, Casper, I have a problem with him not paying people. What is up with artists not paying people their royalties?
Okay, but I also have a problem with that person that said if you don't like. Okay, I understand you guys are.
Mahatma Queens
But at the
respected.
funeral, like you guys are like at the funeral, like the entire family, everybody that loves the Mahatma Queens will hate Casper forever.
Well, I mean,
That the funeral wasn't the right place
You
to
know
say
what?
and complain. Oh, he didn't send you.
No,
He didn't even
Nota.
send condolences.
Nota, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Casper, what if he was dodging in the whole time? What if at the funeral?
I don't think it was Casper. I think it was Teely. Teely should be dealing with things like that.
Okay, what about when Casper didn't pay Tsoho his royalties?
Teely. I
Guys,
blame Teely.
Right.
Why is Teely not making sure that everybody's paid, dog? You want to get props for being the best manager, make sure that things like that get taken care of.
Tilly is Casper, Casper is Tilly. There's
So
no
therefore,
one person.
all I'm saying is that Casper is in the UK spreading Amapiano to the world, you understand? Like he's busy. Okay? Mahatela Queens had their turn to spread Gazette to the world.
No, they did. They traveled the
But
world.
now they don't even complain that some other company, Gallo, owns that stuff and they don't even own it. And they're getting a pittance of a royalty for that. Why don't they complain about that? Why? Because that would be complaining against white people. Again, it's all that. All I'm saying is that why don't they complain against the big company that screwed them? Why does she even care about the royalties from the Casper song? That Casper song, the royalties cannot even be more than 2,000 rand at most.
Really?
The sales royalties, because I know the publishing
The
royalties she
song.
gets it. Yes, the publishing royalties she gets it. But I mean that album was given away. Yes, it went platinum. It was given away. Refido was given away. It was handed out for free. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That, no money came in for that. There was no royalties because
So
they
what
handed that
royalties
album
do
out
you
for free.
want?
What royalties do you want, man? What? Why?
Ayakadlanga.
You understand what I'm saying? Nah, but at the end of the day, TV should be able to explain this to these people. You know, if you guys weren't trying to cap so much the whole entire time and say, yo, we sold platinum in a day. No, you did not sell platinum in a day because giving away your album doesn't mean you go platinum.
But you see, niggas need to stop capping.
That's the thing. They're
So
capping.
stop capping and then these things.
Then they won't have any expectations of money
Exactly.
because now you telling them, yo, we went platinum with the album. They're like, how? But the album had
The
our
money.
song and where's the money? You said you went platinum. You didn't go platinum. You know, I explained this on many podcasts before, but anyway,
So
like
what do you think
the Tefo situation, all I'm saying is that, yo, Teely, fix that, man. Fix that whole entire Mahatela Queens thing. Teely, fix that.
Okay, so Casper's new Beleato Ultra Premium alcohol.
Ugh,
It looks like McGee's grandeur.
it does.
And
He
I
did it on
think I
purpose.
heard you actually called it out.
Yeah,
Wasn't it you? Yeah.
yeah,
I did actually see that.
yes.
What makes you like?
The design, I mean the shape of the bottle, just like it's the big white bottle.
I've
And
never
yes, we've seen the
seen that.
Cruise aka vodka white bottle. So yes,
Yeah.
we know that, okay, fine, the white bottle is now in fashion, aka bordered to fashion, right?
Yeah.
But Grandeur had a different shape to the aka bottle. It was much more wider, much more
Fatter.
yeah, exactly. And you know, that's the difference. This Don Biliato looks almost exactly like
He just
the
made
Grandeur
it.
bottle. It's just got like
Sydney
embellishments. It's
even
got extra embellishments. Yeah, exactly.
Sydney even did that whole shout
What
out
do you
to
guys
Sid.
think?
And he's like, don't
You
be
understand what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, again, that was just a move because he knew he wanted to get a controversy. Like, yo, if we can design it like McGee's bottle, right? It'll start controversy, and then McGee will talk about it, and then he'll probably diss us and say, oh, you copied us and everything else, and then that will now put us in a rivalry. I'm telling you,
cool.
Casper
Don't
needs to
lie.
pit himself against something. He always needs to be in competition with something. So obviously, AKA, you can't compete with AKA in terms of like Cruise vodka right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though he should be, but he's not. Cruise is too big of a company, so he knows that when Cruise vodka starts talking about their sales by the end of the year and everything else and how they've recovered, then Don Pilato will be blown out of the water. But with Grandeur, he's got someone else to compete against, and already he's shown that he doesn't really fucks with McGee because for some odd reason he hasn't come onto the show, and McGee has been begging him for a long time. Well, he's asked him a couple times. Leave him. So don't even mention him. Don't even mention his Don Biliato. Don't
mention his shoes.
Don't mention that. Don't mention that. You know what I mean? Don't mention any of the scams that.
Speaking of Cruise, did you hear what happened to Nomuzi? She posted.
What happened?
She did not read the T's and C's in her contract.
No, tell me. She said the whole entire thing.
Okay, she lost her contract with Chris because she posted on Instagram with another alcohol brand.
Yeah. And what else?
Then damage control need to be done. Her manager flew to Cape Town to try and sort out her manager.
Her man.
Okay, her manager.
Her manager.
Flew out to Cape Town, tried to rescue the whole thing, and they're like, nah, we ain't believing it.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever manage your partner.
Why?
Because now you and your partner
are in trouble.
Can you be fired now?
But I feel like...
Can she fire him? That's a fireable offense.
I don't know.
My manager allowed me to do a deal.
Beyonce fired her dad.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's possible.
So
but the relationship is non-existent now.
Well...
No, as a...
father and daughter relationship,
it's really messed up.
Yeah, it is messed up. But either way, but that's the thing. Keep your family and business completely separated.
Look at
I'll tell you, one day I'll write in my autobiography, when I write an autobiography, I'll write a chapter, keep your family and business completely separated. Don't mix family and business. Trust me. I know from experience, don't ever do it. Your family will take advantage of you. And, you can't kill them. Because they're your family. It's just a sad
why don't they read the small printing, guys?
And if you wanted to kill them, it's 500 rand to hire and Gabi in case they don't have rent.
That is so cheap.
But you'll end up like that policewoman, you know what I mean? Who was caught and is now pleading insanity, so you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you're now trying to claim your family's life insurances. You never know. What if your family takes money from you and now all of a sudden they need to pay you back in their life insurances?
So Ricky Rick responded to Casper saying that hip hop is dead. He said a lot of people have been feeling some type of way about Casper's comment of saying is hip hop is dead. His response was, you guys are too busy complaining, saying hip hop is dead. Relax. Step out of your house once in a while. The culture is moving with or without you. That's what Ricky Rick responded to Casper saying that
he's not responding to Casper. He's saying like hip hop is dead. This hip hop that you guys want, this hip hop, okay, all that shit is trash. Y'all are dead. Y'all are done for, man. Y'all are done.
No, stop it. Kid X is releasing an album.
But he knows the sound of South Africa. That's the difference.
Yes, he's
you understand what I'm saying? And that's why I say, when people say, no, but why do you say Kid X is going to say? Because he knows the sound of South Africa. Yeah, he knows the sound of South Africa. If you guys listened to Kid X and thought, okay, damn it, dude.
People overlook Kid X because...
But each time, whether his song is number one on the charts and everything else, he drops a song that is a fire record that everybody loves.
And that everybody can relate to. I mean, look at Fatel. Look at Fatel.
You understand what I'm saying? Musli is out there. And the new one, Jukebox.
Yeah.
Musli. I haven't heard like Musli sounding fresh.
She is sounding fresh.
Musli makes me miss the rapper Lady Do.
She used to rap Lady Do.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's it. I'm like, Lady Do, what Lady Do was trying to do at some point in time is what Musli is doing now.
I'm sorry, Musli did amazing on that.
You know, and that's the thing. So Musli and X, you know, that combination again has yielded 3 hits.
Yeah.
7, Fatel, and now I won't say Basop was a hit. It was like a song, a posse track, and now Jukebox. This.
And also, Kid X is like so authentic. Like, I even have to sometimes ask, what is this guy saying? Because like the vernac there, yo, I'm just like, whoa. But I'm excited. I'm happy for him, Father's Day. Check it out. When is it coming out?
1st of October. Don't worry. I put on a thingamajig that blocks out like sounds of taps and doors. Obviously, that one is going to make it through, and there's going to be someone in the comments. I can hear
somebody making lunch or somebody banging the door.
Yeah, they make me lunch. You don't have lunch. No one makes you lunch. So yeah.
Baby got me something. Guys, Nota's wife is amazing. I'm not his wife.
It's a book for children.
I know. It's Shudu's one.
Yes, promote Miss South Africa's book.
Yes, guys, this is Shudu's new book. Guys, check it out. AKA Berry Babe got it for me. Nota's wife is amazing. I'm not his wife. Don't get it twisted, guys. Please, you got an Indian side. Hey.
What do you mean? What have they done?
Dude, they keep calling me, saying, oh, Nota's wife is. I'm like, no.
No, they weren't talking about you. They could hear in the background.
No, let me show you.
It's a CA because obviously these guys have not been on the channel and they don't know what's up. It's just, it's just random people like, yo, let me tell you something. Don't care what people think. That's the whole entire point.
I don't.
So leave it at that. Don't care. At the end of the day, as long as you got your family that love you,
Yeah.
That's it. I was talking to Lance today, and he says that my kids and Delphine are all the love I need.
Aww.
So I'm like, yeah. So like, obviously he was on Podcast and Chill.
Yeah.
With DJ Jaws after Mugs was there. Did you watch that? The episode with Mugs?
No, I did not.
When Mugs talked about how Bongani Fassi screwed him over, ruined his career, had him in court cases for 2 years.
Listen, Dele said he would never work with Bongani Fassi. What's up with Bongani Fassi?
That's the thing. Bongani Fassi is angry at the world.
He should be angry at Lance.
No, why should he be angry at Lance? What did Lance do to him?
But didn't Lance keep all his mother's music?
No,
and all
that's not true. Never.
I mean, I can tell people Lance.
No, his mother recorded her music with EMI. Again, and that's the thing, is that you guys have to find some black person to blame for everything. Her music was recorded. She was not signed to Lance, nothing. Bongani was recording at Lance's studio and then stole his studio equipment and then ran away with it.
Wasn't he on drugs?
But Lance didn't get him onto drugs. Why would Lance get him onto drugs?
No, I'm not saying that Lance got him to drugs. He did that because he was probably
either way, he did that and then he got Muggs into trouble. And Muggs had to stay in court cases for years and years. And now everyone's wondering, actually, why did Muggs never pop off? Why did Muggs never get his break? It's because of Bongani Fassi. That's actually who's to blame for Muggs not getting his break. And people say, no, the Elias took his song. No, Muggs was going to get a break, but he was too busy fighting with the label that just released his album because of it. The artist or the producer that produced the album, he was stuck in a catch-22. You understand? Bongani produced his album. Ghetto Rough and Lance are releasing the album. Ghetto Rough and Lance are at war with Bongani. That whole entire thing means Muggs's, shot at the game is sabotage, and it was sabotaged for 2 whole years.
Shame, that's time wasted.
And then after that, he tried to pick things up again at Cash Time, and then what happened? Cash Time fell apart.
Yeah.
You understand?
Shame,
so if people are wondering why Muggs never blew up, you know who to blame? Bongani. Okay, cool. But anyway.
Thank him. His name means thank.
You know, Bongani, that's it. Bongani was just really selfish. And so, like, yeah. Anyway, that's why Liz wants that. If everybody doesn't want your whole squad saying they don't want nothing to do with you, you're the problem.
Shame, where's Ishmael?
Doesn't want nothing to do with Bongani either. And he's around. I think he lives in Maboneng. I saw him the other day when I was in Maboneng. But yeah, he's around. Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. I mean, he's a legend.
He is.
Like, you know, he's got classics and classics and classics for days.
And that voice, man.
You understand? It's like multi-talented, you know? So he left them. He left Josie. But when he left Josie, said didn't want to be part of it and anything, left Ishmael and Elias to continue the group by themselves. They went from 4 down to 2.
Yeah.
Became a duo. They even did an album without him.
Yeah, they did.
Won a Sama without him. Continued, did the whole entire thing, and then he wants to worm his way back. Yo, can we talk?
No.
Elias said, yo, I'm at a different point in my life right now, please.
He's chosen, Elias said he's chosen a different path. Okay? He's a family man now.
You understand? And baby number 2 is on the way. You
I love
understand?
Les, he's my favorite guy.
You understand? And you know what? I'll give him a shout out. At least baby number 2 is with the same woman. I don't want to go further, but
yeah.
yeah. Zena's.
And Oreo's my friend, I love her to bits.
But Zena's, Nina. You know what I mean? Having different baby mamas,
you know, I don't
different
think I
baby
can have
daddies,
different
different. It's always drama, man. It's always drama.
Shatani. Oh, stay committed to one woman. Why is it so hard, man? Like, I don't get it. Hey, I don't get it. Anyway, congratulations to Shoma Josie for opening an online store where you can purchase many heritage items since Heritage is coming.
Heritage Day.
Yeah,
So have you
Heritage
purchased any
Day.
items from Bilo?
I actually want to. I need to.
Gonna make him a little
Do you
Zulu
think they
warrior.
have Zulu?
Or is it for girls only?
I think it's
Hey, but it's for girls.
I
But you know,
want to say, I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's a podcast.
yeah.
I want to say, no, can I say, I want to say one thing. Like, I went to show my Josie's store. It's brilliant.
Is it?
It's brilliant. Like, it's little clothing and the pricing as well. Like, it's brilliant. And I think most of the proceeds go back to people that actually make those clothes.
Where is it, the store?
How?
It's online.
It's online. Check it out. It's
How?
No, I know it's online. I thought there was a physical one. Sorry, I misheard you.
yeah.
No.
So
Oh, yeah. No,
it's an
she's doing
online store, but I'm just alluding to the brilliance of the store and what she's doing.
and I can trust you,
Yeah.
my Josie. She's like one of my favorites.
And like, if you've got a niece or like a nephew or
Yeah, but either way, like that. Yeah, you're not even on the mic. We can't have you talk for that long. Background.
Berry Baby's in the building, guys.
So check that
Shuana
out.
Sama, sorry. Shuana Sama, guys.
Yeah, but we showed that.
Hi, we didn't. Yeah, it's a berry. Tingy lunch. Nina nidlala ngoberry.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That whole entire movie just killed the sound.
I've never seen one of these before in my life.
Okay. Can you put? Oh my goodness. No.
Did I?
Yeah.
I've never seen one of these before in my life. Guys, this is amazing. Nota,
Baby.
Nota, are you proud of your baby?
Baby.
Barry?
Obviously, the fetching of the award just messed everything up. So yeah.
Sorry, guys. I just wanted to show you Barry's Sama.
Now you even lost your place.
No, I know exactly where I am. We are. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk to you about Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
And
What did she do? Her and her. Was that even Kanye? Those pictures look weird. His nose looked weird.
no, that's
Looked
not
like
Kanye. That was a designer. That wasn't Kanye.
Yeah,
For the Met Gala.
that she was working with.
No, that wasn't Kanye.
Yeah.
That was I think one of the designers or something. Forgot what his name was. Actually, let me look now.
Really?
Yeah.
Look quickly.
Yeah, I need to, iPhone, you need your face, and sometimes, Here she is. Yeah.
What's his name? So that was Demna.
Yeah.
Demna G. Vasalia. Or Demna Vasaliak.
It's probably like a designer or something.
He's got no
Or
posts.
Balenciaga or whatever.
Yeah, but he's followed by Kanye. So yeah.
Done. Done.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that wasn't Kanye. Everyone's
it's
like,
not
I
him.
got mouse Kanye, but it's not among and that is not Kanye, guys.
Yeah. And are they back together?
I don't know, but either way.
Anyway, Bloomberg Business.
Mhm.
Finance watchdog slams Kim Kardashian for lowering followers into how do you say it?
Yeah. Yeah, you're pronouncing it. Crypto.
Oh, crypto bubble.
Yeah. So they're saying crypto is gonna crash. So everybody is
And
against
sorry,
crypto.
Nota, just to say, you were actually speaking a lot about it on your social media.
About crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, no, continue with what you're going to say.
Okay. They say that consumers risk being lured into the crypto bubble with delusions of quick riches by high-profile influencers such as Kim Kardashian. The UK's financial regulator warned in a speech on Monday.
Mhm.
When she was recently paid to ask her 250 million Instagram followers to speculate on crypto tokens by joining the Ethereum Max community, it may have been the financial promoters with the single biggest audience reach in history, said Charles Randall.
So she's really influential when it comes to the finances. Of course, she's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Next.
He called for regulators to be given greater powers to protect consumers and said if people buy speculative crypto tokens, you should be prepared to lose all your money.
Mhm.
He pointed to Kardashian's recent promotion of speculative digital token.
So why are they picking on Kim Kardashian? Why does it have to be Kim K? Because when Elon Musk does it and he tweets,
Exactly.
"Yo, we're gonna take Dogecoin to the moon," and that's the thing, is that it's a war against women. They don't want women to, get financial freedom. And so anyway, I was just saying about Kim Kardashian. They're just trying to delegitimize her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She got her husband out of personal debt. Number one.
I was about to say,
Oh.
Nota says Kim got Kanye out of personal debt and now he's a billionaire. Her little sister is a billionaire and so is she.
That's what I need to say. So what does the FCA say?
FCA says the FCA first of all stands for Facebook Inc., Microsoft Corp., Twitter Inc., and TikTok to join Google by
No, the FCA is what is?
what?
Isn't it the Financial Control Authority or something? Or Financial Control Act or whatever?
I don't know, by committing to stop promoting advertisements for financial products unless an FCA authorized firm has cleared the news. You're right.
Yeah, okay, cool. So the Financial Conduct Act or
Yeah,
the
it is.
Financial Conduct Authority
Yes.
has said that, like I said, she's a billionaire. Her husband or soon to be ex-husband, whatever the case may be,
No, they know.
is a billionaire. Whatever the case may be, they're both billionaires. Their family are set for life, and
Yeah.
she's shown a lot of women how to get their bag.
And everybody thought that she was stupid and dumb and irritated.
A whole lot of women are independent because of Kim Kardashian today. All these girls that you see hosting at the clubs and all these things, all these influencers, all of them.
I'm an inch.
Kim Kardashian. That's Kim Kardashian.
Makeup, Kim
so
Kardashian.
obviously she's going to influence people, and she's influencing them into crypto. At the end of the day, what's happening is that almost 30% of the money, 26% actually to be exact, of all new US dollars, all new US dollars in circulation were printed in the last 18 months. So that means the value of the dollar is going down seriously.
Yeah.
The biggest governments in the world have all been printing money, and now people are going to crypto as a store of value because they know that the money is not going to be stored. The value is not going to be stored in their money. The value of money is depreciating. And in countries like ours, or countries like Zimbabwe, for example, where they've got hyperinflation and everything else, that's much worse than the volatility of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So, I understand why they're spreading this crypto skepticism. Crypto has been taken over by the by the hedge funds and fund managers and everything else. So, when they want the crypto price to be up, they buy billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. And then when they want to depress the price, they just sell. And they start selling, and that causes the retail market to start selling off because the price is going down and start taking profits. And then they short, and then they bet on how low the price is going to go, and then they make money off that. So people should not be scared out of investing in crypto. If people are scaring you away from crypto, they don't want you to be rich.
Yeah, they want to be rich.
That's it. So that's it. At the end of the day, what are you going to do? You're going to hold on to your money and watch it lose value. It's like trying to hold on to water with your hands.
Yo, that's hard.
It's impossible.
You can't.
You understand what I'm saying? At some point in time, there's water going to seep through.
In a matter of minutes.
And then your hands are going to be dry soon enough. It'll evaporate, whatever the case may be. So crypto is the only thing that we've got to fight against that, because it's the only thing that's not controlled.
And they don't want everybody to be part of it because they want more money for themselves.
You understand what I'm saying? That's all there is to it. So you guys got to see through the BS, and they're using Kim Kardashian because they couldn't do that to Elon Musk, because people wouldn't believe that guy. He's one of the richest men in the world, top 3 richest men in the world. Why would he be lying about us having to get into crypto? His company invested in it. And that's it. Yes, you could lose all your money, but you could lose all your money doing
Either
anything.
way, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's a risk.
Everything is a risk. People who invest in stocks, that's a risk. You could lose all your money in stocks as well.
Yeah, like Forex. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? You can lose all your money in that as well. And everybody knows that. People know that investment is a risk. So,
on the Kardashians, what's this? Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott broke the internet by announcing.
So is Kylie the billionaire one?
Yes, Kylie is the billionaire one. She's the makeup one.
The baby having one, and and Kendall also looked like she didn't recognize her sister at the Met Gala. It's like, hey, it's me, Kim, your sister. I know you saw that.
Oh. And they even took a picture together. Why did Kim actually dress like that? It's so weird.
Kanye. It's just keeping up the Donda theme. It's the Donda theme. It's a Donda roll.
So they're still together?
No. They got kids. They got a family. You understand what I'm saying? So, now speaking of which, that takes me to the next subject. Obviously, you saw the new show, Voice, Mbali. She's broken up, obviously.
With Black Coffee.
She's been going out on dates, apparently. Apparently, she's not ready yet. But, maybe she just hasn't met the right guy. Guys, come on. Show her a good time. The girl clearly.
Not just show her a good time, guys.
No, sure, but she needs a good time. Right? No. It's too soon to jump into serious. Show her a good time. She's not trying to. She's saying she's not ready for a serious
relationship. Treat her right.
So show her a good time. Show her a good time. What's wrong? You don't want to be shown a good time. You don't get shown a good time. I've shown you good times many times.
Yeah, but that was from a good place. I'm just worried about these other people showing her a good time, and then
I doubt anyone's gonna take it too far. Not with her.
Do you know your gender?
Yes, the gender. But again, as well, and she's already been failed by the courts once. So
yeah, she was then ran back.
You understand what I'm saying? And the court said, "Hey, Sissy, you don't have enough evidence. I'm sorry." Which must have been a humiliating blow, for her, because she put everything on the line to basically come out and tell her truth and talk about everything that she's endured. And obviously, people are going to say, why did you do that? Okay, she promised us that she was going to do a press release, but at the end of the day, it's her story. If she changed her mind, she's changed her mind. She's got a right to do that. She hasn't changed her story, though.
Yeah.
She hasn't said it was not true. She said that she went through what she went through, and she is trying to fix it. She's fighting to defend herself because she was being slandered. But now the thing that I don't understand is that we know who's creating this narrative that she's a gold digger. It's obviously Coffee. Why doesn't she say that? She dropped a video. Why doesn't she say that my ex-husband colluded with his friends in media because he's got shareholding at the company that owns the Sunday Times.
I'm probably guessing he said, if you ever,
No, but I'm just saying, whenever they were printing articles, they'd always make her look like a gold digger.
Yeah,
it was like a smear campaign. There was a smear campaign. And I'm telling you, Sunday World did not change the way they speak about Enhle until I did an expose. And Mzansi A-listers did the other side of Black Coffee. So shout out to Sydney,
Shout out to you. I mean,
Thank
you brought her image back to life, because I mean, really, she was being slandered all over.
No one was defending, and sometimes it just takes one person to say no.
Because I mean, I feel like Black Coffee's feared, Nota.
Yes, I understand that,
I mean,
but no one. That's the thing. It was so the whole entire thing that the only way to help her fight against this monster, this giant, was to reduce this monster and this giant's size. And it wasn't just for her benefit, it was for the benefit of, all women to say, hey.
And you got roughed up for it, hey? Because you stood up for her. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like I was trying to score brownie points.
No, of course not.
I don't give it that. For me, that's immaterial. I'm a guy.
Just doing the right thing. It's
I'm
like,
strong enough.
it's
and
like
plus, listen, I got roughed up. Nah.
Yeah, you
I got
did.
arrested. But I roughed up those cops, eh?
It's like if I
No, hold on, wait. No, you don't know that. You don't know that.
You told me.
They had guns. They had to restrain me.
I know.
You understand? At the end of the day, I showed them that, number one, the guy couldn't take me down man to man, one-on-one.
When?
You understand? Like, dude, I would have shown in a fight, those cops are dead. I'm telling you, in a fair fight, it's just us, no guns. I had no guns. I was in my
like man to man.
I had no guns. These guys are coming with an R5 and everything else. Like, come on, man. It was an unfair fight. You know what I mean? Two guys on one guy with a gun holding a gun to you. You know what I mean? You can't really fight that hard if a guy's got a gun to you. You can't punch a guy in the face, you get shot.
Or you get hit with the gun.
It's something like that, you know what I mean? It's like, so, yeah. So, anyway, I just wanted to mention that in the whole entire thing because, since we're talking about divorces and everything else, that was like one of the messiest divorces ever. In fact, it's still messy, you know what I mean? It still hasn't been cleaned up, but I see Enter's doing a little cleanup to clean up her brand and to give her voice and not make herself seem like a victim, which is very commendable. At the end of the day, it's very tough, the decision that she took. You know what I mean? And we cannot judge her. Let's not be like too harsh. Oh no, she weaponized GBV to her advantage. Yeah, but at the end of the day, she needed to.
I mean, if it's true.
What else? What else could she do? And even though it's true, you saw the justice system did not support her.
That's a black hole thing.
Yeah,
this guy's powerful, clearly. Like, I'm just even shocked.
Whatever.
Anyway, congratulations to Cardi B and Offset. Cardi B gave birth to their child.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then congratulations to.
Congratulations.
Didn't Zinza give birth, or is she giving birth, or she just gave us the name?
She just gave us the name Ashante. She gave us the name Ashante. I think it was.
But congrats to her and Murder Bongs as well. Congrats to Cardi B and Offset on baby number 2. Yes. You know what I mean?
Kamumpela and Babes Uduma, there was a lot of comparison between the two, going back to.
Wow.
Sorry.
Cardi B.
No, I'm sorry. I forgot to touch.
Kamumpela.
I need to touch.
But we did say we're gonna come back on
yes.
Kamumpela. That whole entire. At the end of the day, they need to have a dance off.
Come on now.
That's it.
Come on.
That's it. Like I don't care. They need to have a dance off. Come on, babes. Let's do it. Set the date. We'll be
Who's your money on? Who's your money on?
H man.
Because don't forget, Kamumpela can do any style. Kamumpela can do it. Guys,
so okay, you take.
No, I'm not saying the No, I'm saying who is your money on? If they say the battle is happening, dance off. Who do you think is gonna win?
Babes just had a baby, so I'll take Gamo right now.
Don't make that an excuse. It's
not an excuse. I'm saying she just had a baby. She hasn't been. Yeah, but she hasn't been like. Sometimes you need match fitness. You know what I mean? It's like someone who's been on injury break or whatever. She's on maternity leave. She's just come from maternity leave. You expect her to now dance off. No, that's just my phone. This one.
Okay, so if she didn't have a baby, let's say before, what's his name? Usponge.
It doesn't matter.
Who would your money be on?
No, but it doesn't matter because that's not the case. We're dealing with reality right now. And my money is on Kamumpela right now because at the end of the day, she's got more match fitness. Let's go next. That's what I'm going to say. Man.
Okay, The Matrix 4 is coming out. The choice is yours. I'm very sad that Agent Smith is not going to be a part of it.
Well,
he was one of my favorites.
It doesn't Neo look like John Wick?
He is. John Wick.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah, yes. He plays John Wick, yes. Keanu Reeves plays both Neo and John Wick. I'm just saying, like, they made him look exactly like John Wick, and he's currently shooting John Wick right now.
Exactly.
So, which is like weird. Like, he just like.
It's a bit of a mind fuck.
Nah, man. They should have done something to make him look different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like cut the hair.
Differently. Just a different cut.
Yeah, because John Wick has that long hair.
You understand? So that's like.
Anyway, the trailer came out on Thursday, September.
Yeah, I didn't like that
Check
trailer.
it out.
But I mean, the trailer changes depends which pill you take. It's a different trailer. But
Yeah,
I mean,
the choice is yours.
like that. Yeah, yes. Okay, cool. That's nice. That's dope. But I mean, like the trailer was like really boring. I
Yeah.
won't lie. It wasn't really exciting.
Okay, well, Jacob Zuma was placed on medical parole.
But he's been transferred
Yeah.
to the Escorts Correctional Services, so
Yeah,
it
I
seems
just
like
hope
he's
he's
better.
okay.
Yo, I just can that man go, man?
Stop it. Bro.
No,
he's
for
so
real,
young.
man. He's 79. Yeah,
That's
he's
so
lived
young.
enough, man. He's lived enough.
I mean, I
Enough.
want to go to
Let me
the
tell-
105.
Zuma just needs to go, man.
No, stop it.
No, I'm serious. Like, it's not even like he's just too much trouble for the country. Like, he's so selfish. We just survived the looting, right? We are alive. 300 people died because of that. How do you support a person in whose name 300 people died in a country that is suffering the way we are? You know how we started the podcast and we talked about how
Yeah.
people are suffering. People are suffering. The shops that won't be open for another year. The people who don't have jobs because of the looting and everything else. And there are people who want him to get out of jail and everything else. Yo, man, if they're saying he's
I think
terminally ill, whatever it
I think they
is,
can just place him on house arrest at home. He does not
let them change the laws and allow euthanasia. Put South Africa out of its misery. Let's bury him. You know, give him a nice big tombstone, a nice funeral, and then we're done. Then we don't have to worry about his kids and them and their presidential campaigns and them inciting violence and all that thing. We don't have to worry about Dudu and whatever, because once her father's dead and buried, you know, I am sorry, man.
Stop it.
No, like you might not agree with that, but like it would be better for the country.
Okay, moving on to.
It would be better for the country if Jacob Zuma was no longer alive.
That's his opinion, not mine.
It's the fact. Whether it's an opinion of mine, but it's a fact. It would be better for the country. Seriously, we'd be over it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not like South Africa's gonna burn if he
Well,
goes.
they almost burnt him because he was in jail. Imagine how he
He
died.
started that because he's alive. He's alive. So, you know, they were like, no, imagine if you were to die in prison, it would be a crisis for the country. No, it wouldn't. It would be much better for the country. The sooner he goes, the better. The longer he lives, the worse. It's not about that. And why is it always the good people? Why does God take the Shona Fergusons of this world and leave the Jacob Zumas to be alive to terrorize us? I don't understand it. Let's leave it there. Next subject.
On to a more happier note. Says Fantrini, Ghetto King is back. Osama.
You know what I mean?
You know?
I
an
know
amazing
there's
track.
a lot of you in the comments who thinking I'm being mean and everything else, but I bet you guys would swap Jacob Zuma for Shona Ferguson any day, right?
I feel like we shouldn't do that. No.
I feel like
No.
if we could, we would. If it was up to a vote,
Hi, anyway, guys, let's celebrate Says Fantrini. Osama. The Ghetto King is back.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Zakes Bantwini. That's
The
the
lyrics
type of,
are out.
you know what I mean? It's like KZN are fighting for a guy like Jacob Zuma when they should be fighting for Zakes Bantwini.
Yeah, and it said Says Fantrini actually plans to release the song on September 17th. But because, you know, the pressure
From
of
the fans. And it's
you know?
number one on Apple Music. I won't lie, I
Exactly.
doubted it. I didn't think it was gonna be.
And he did.
Yeah, I did say.
I'm
Osama.
telling ngathi ubuyile Ghetto King.
No, I've always celebrated Zakes.
No, I know.
Unlike you guys. The thing is this, you guys never celebrated Zakes and you're only celebrating him now.
No. I've
A
always.
lot of the new people, the Osama
I'm not
people,
new.
are not people who supported Zakes long time
I mean,
ago.
I did.
Y'all saw Zakes, right? Y'all saw him become like one of the top performers in
I
the
didn't
country.
even dance like
And then, just because he didn't DJ overseas in Ibiza like Black Coffee did, you forgot about him.
I didn't.
And then you gave all the credits for some of the work that he did to Coffee.
The
And
dance moves.
Forget the production, the music.
Guys.
This is the founder of Durban Kwaito. There'd be no
Yes.
Durban Kwaito without this guy, dog.
I used to
El
dance
Vovo
like
Durango songs were written and produced
Yeah, by Zakes.
for him by Zakes Bantwini.
Yeah.
You understand? After that, I ain't heard El Vovo Durango the same. That first album, that was the first time I was like,
And
yo,
he was hot.
Dirango Records. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, Zakes Bantwini. For me, Zakes Bantwini is on the same level as DJ Tira, except he hasn't been able to like do music festivals and stuff like that, like Factor and Rocks and everything. But he's on the same level in terms of like putting on Durban.
Better than DJ Tira.
Yeah, well, from a music production point of view, and now he's got a hit. He's on top of the charts. But you know, it's for them, it's not like a competition. I know they're both brothers and everything else. And they support each other so much. So I'm just happy for Zakes, you know, and everybody's like, oh no, but let's not forget Kasango. Kasango is not Zakes Bantwini, guys.
Exactly.
He's a newcomer. He doesn't have the career as illustrious. We're not forgetting him. You know what I mean? This is his introduction. He needs to do more. He needs to do more without Zakes as well. By himself, and then we'll give him his flowers for the stuff that he's doing by himself.
And guys, please make Zakes Bantwini
So-
the Minister of Arts and Culture. Please.
Yeah.
He will take care of us.
You know?
Please.
You know what I mean?
I'm asking you so nicely.
Yeah.
Moving on to the VMAs, Nasty C was nominated for.
BETs, not VMAs, but VMAs.
I mean, BET,
BETs.
sorry.
But I mean, it's the same company, Viacom.
Yeah, it is
He was
fine.
nominated again. Imagine,
Who won
they're
by then?
nominating
I
an
wanted to
American
ask you.
wannabe
I wanted
for
to
Best
ask you.
International Flow. But his flow sounds so American. His flow sounds so American. BET, guys, and I know it's a South African team that put him on the short list and said, oh no, let's put him on, let's make sure. Stop that, guys. Stop that. You guys in the MTV office, stop that, man. You guys are messing up South African music. You're messing up our arts because you guys are now creating the wrong impression for the public by elevating these artists to international award shows. And you guys just sit in a room and decide, oh no, let's do that for Nasty C. And what does that do? It sends the wrong message to the artists that are coming up. Then they're being shown that, yo, if you guys emulate Nasty C, if you guys try to be Americans, you might successfully crack it internationally and be nominated for Best International Flow.
Black, you better watch it. He might end up in that category.
No, Blackie, at least he mixes it up. He's got a new song called Kwenzekile that's also got like some Kwaito vibes in it, you know. He's got Siga, so he's playing it. He's playing it. He's like, okay, let me do the Nasty C thing because it works, right? But also let me also
be authentic.
You understand? Let me play both sides. And he's playing both sides well, but at the end of the day, he's going to see that this side, the Kwaito side,
Kid X side,
is much more rewarding. You understand what I'm saying? It's much more rewarding, and there's a much longer trajectory that his career can, continue.
Guys, I
after
was
that.
pro kid, sorry to say.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, that's it. So, whatever. Who was he nominated with? Dave from the UK is going to win it. That's who's going to win it.
Dave, Little
I liked Dom.
Scazo, Lelo, what's his
From France.
Sama, from, I don't know how
Brazil.
to say his name.
Mm.
So I think Dave is going to take
Yeah,
it.
Dave's project is actually pretty dope. So I like that. But I mean, like, yo, and I saw pictures like 031 Chopper with Nasty C and everything else. But and one with you. And he wants his guys, like something, guys. 031 Chopper, show Nasty, like, yo, come on, dude. You don't need to be doing this American stuff. Switch it up. South Africa will support you. Come on. You've already got millions of followers. They're going to follow you wherever you go. You understand? Be the real Zulu man with some power. Otherwise, your career is in.
But can you imagine Nasty C rapping in Zulu?
Just imagine.
I mean, I can't.
We've already heard him do it, dabble in it, but let him change his sound. Forget the trap sound, dude. Forget the trap sound. It's not going to work. Imagine if Nasty C was rapping on, like, his song Said with Runtown. That song is not as good for me. I mean, Essence by Wizkid is not as good as Said.
That song is
Essence with Thames and Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And Nasty's on the same level as Justin Bieber. But if he was making a sound, he could have a
Nasty's on Justin Bieber's
label.
Oh.
They're both at Def Jam.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? So, like, come on, man. If Wizkid is getting Justin Bieber features, why aren't you? Because your sound is wrong, nigga. That's why. Your sound is too American. That's it, man. That's it. I don't hate you, kid. I don't hate you. I want you to succeed, but you won't succeed the way you're going.
It's fine.
Stop that. Stop looking at OGs like me who got more than you'll ever have because of the way you're going, and think that we're hating on you, we want you to succeed, we want you to go further than we could ever go. You understand what I'm saying? No, man,
Stop.
No,
He's
man.
a kid, remember? Kids don't know better.
Fucking he came, he went and talked shit about me. He brought Slicker to his podcast to talk shit about me. He brought Black Hawk into his podcast to talk shit about me. It's truthful things. It's things that are building him. No, he must take it like a man. He's a grown man now. No, he's not. He's a 25-year-old man now. He's turning 25 in February. Grow up.
No, he's still very young.
Grow up, man. Grow up. You can be arrested. You can go to jail. All those types of things. You can be bankrupt and no one can save you. You understand what I'm saying? And no one will save you with that stubbornness. That American attitude is not going to get you fucking anywhere. Stop that shit.
What's so easy,
And
guys?
stop that shit with you panels that are putting him up there in these international awards. We've got lots of South African artists that are doing South African art.
Makati.
Focalistic, man. Why isn't Focalistic nominated for Best International Flow?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is Nasty nominated, not Focalistic?
This one's in this.
The fucking hottest MC, MTV, you guys are Viacom. Why would you send Nasty to the BETs? It's because you guys are trying to erase what was done with the hottest MCs list. Focalistic is fucking supposed to be there, man. Fuck you guys.
Stop.
And I know you personally. So, I mean that.
Okay, no, do not go ahead.
Aye, man. It's as if like someone is paying Monday Twala to ensure that Nasty C gets ahead of everybody else. You're ruining South African music, guys.
Well,
you guys are in a powerful, influential position, and you're abusing that power.
Well, people.
You're abusing it.
Well, people.
You're abusing it.
all the time.
And they need to stop that, man. So they need to stop that. Nasty's been given so many opportunities. He's gone. He's been nominated for these awards many times before, man. He hasn't won. Why? Because it wasn't good enough. Give someone else a chance, man. Give Focalistic this fucking nomination, because he deserves it, man. No, none of these motherfuckers on this list. None of these motherfuckers on this list have a song bigger than Gista.
Okay, let's talk about.
No, that's the fact of the matter. That's the truth, man. None of them. Dave doesn't have a song as big as Gista. I'm serious. Gista is big in the UK. It's even big in the UK. Little Sims doesn't have it. Thingamajig. And when Gista is big all over Africa.
All over the world.
All over Africa. There's a billion people
Wasn't
here.
Alicia Keys even playing?
Come on, man.
And
Come on, why you guys sleep? Like, come on, Monday. No, man.
Asha.
No, man. Why are you doing this, man? No, man. No, come on, man. No, man. How? Kunini, you guys are force feeding us Nasty, man. Fuck, man. He is not blown up internationally. It's been how many years? It's been 5 fucking years, man. He hasn't blown up, man. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna fucking happen. Give it up. Give another kid a chance, man. There are kids that are going there internationally. Why are they not booking Nasty? Why doesn't he have sold out arena shows in the UK? How the fuck is Focalistic doing that shit? Nasty has never done something like that. Focalistic has done everything Nasty has been able to do. Everything. The entire continent knows him, knows his songs. He's got a big hit in East Africa that topped the charts with diamond platinums. Come on, man. You guys are still sleeping on Focalistic. MTV base, come on, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Fuck all of you. In that whole entire boardroom, I know you guys are watching this. Someone in the office is watching this. They're gonna show you. Fuck you guys.
Nota.
Fuck you guys for that, man. Fuck you. For Focalistic. For what you guys did to Focalistic with this international flow. Fuck you guys. You guys could have done better, man.
Okay, no,
No, man. Imagine if we were celebrating that Focalistic was nominated. We'd know why. We'd be able to see he'd actually have a chance of winning.
Okay.
He'd be carrying the flag for the country.
Can we move on, please? Because you're really getting worked up. Can we move on?
Now we've got an American wannabe representing us. For what? Fuck you guys. Yeah.
Anyway, Usomizi. Ha, guys.
Sorry.
Get him out, get him out.
I got, no,
Yeah.
Before we get there, let's go to that Tando Tabete thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you saw AK's apology.
Yeah, I saw it. He apologized and said, I still got love for Tando. He was.
It was banter between the two. No, it was banter between the two of them.
Because of the
but
question.
For Keenan, no, man. Keenan he should know better than that, man. He's a professional. He's been doing this for years. You don't do that. You don't.
You can't show that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He needs to know how to play it. Come on, man. That was just a portion.
Well, I watched
Even
that
the apology, it just looks bad. All of it is messy. The album is trash. There ain't nothing Tando else can talk about. There's nothing she can talk about because the album is trash. The album is
she
trash.
wants to know.
There's no song on that album that anyone is playing. Nobody's playing any song from that album. There's not a one hit song on that album. It's not Be Careful What You Wish For. There were hits on that album. It's not Touch My Blood. There were hits on that thing. You know what I mean? And I don't want to now compare Costa to AKA, but at the end of the day, AKA was at that level. Now he's brought himself down to Costa Titch level, but this is not even better than Costa Titch's Made in Africa.
Soft life.
Costa Titch's album is better than this thing. So both of them have gone back, have gotten worse. And come on, man. We deserve better than this. And again, you're making trap and whatever thing. Come on, man.
Costa Titch should have a song with vocalistic. If I was him.
Like, what is he doing? Why is he, like, why? Why is he
You would
doing
have
that?
been in the I'm a fast.
And then he's then exchanging words on social media with Cass. It's like, why are you inheriting beefs and everything else? You should never ever say anything
Nah,
negative
he's
about
speaking
Cass.
aside, clearly.
No, but either way, man, like, fuck all that shit, man. Like,
Didn't
that
he used to
album
dance
is
with
whack.
Casper?
That album is whack. That album is whack. That album is whack, and all people could talk about was the 947.
People
interview.
easily forget, eh?
You know,
where they
Sebi
come
Bunda
from.
also apologized for being a cheese girl.
But she's a cheese girl, guys.
Mandy, you're a cheese girl.
I'm not a cheese girl.
But at least
Don't
when I,
listen to this.
at least when I, you a bit. Well, you know
I went to
that.
boarding school in the Eastern Cape for 10 years.
Okay, but at least you know from
It's
your
just
family.
my dad brought me up properly. Guys, just, you know what my dad told me? Just because there's a help in the house doesn't mean you can't clean after yourself. You can't make up your bed, you can't wash the dishes. That is the secret.
Yeah, Sebi wanted to punch a helper in the vagina.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
Why did she do
I
that?
don't know. These are her old tweets. That's what she was apologizing for. So she's apologizing for the old tweets that she tweeted when she was 21 and whatever.
No, but you were
and everything else.
young.
No, I know, but that's it. But let me tell you something. If you come from a good family and everything else, they will pick on you.
Yes.
They will pick
I
on
know
you.
that very well.
We know
Yes.
this. I know this
Yeah, we
myself.
all know
You
this.
understand? So Tsepi, they're just
Welcome
jealous.
to the club, girl.
They're just jealous, man. Like
Yeah.
she's like, no, but isn't her mother married to whatever?
Doesn't matter.
They're married. They're married. You guys are comparing marriage.